Coach Kev. Step up, Coach Kev. Coach Kev, what you got on the step ups? Share some wisdom for the people.
Currently sweating it out. Second set, starting to get some blood flow in. Short range for
Look at
mid-long
those
range.
legs.
Starting off at the 20s now. And then work our way up.
That's what I'm saying. What do you think about Coach Kev's step ups?
It's good, yeah.
You give him some form tips.
No, I think he knows. He definitely knows it. He definitely knows.
You're just going to tell him to up the weight a little bit. We done 100 kg.
Yeah.
We done 100 kg yesterday, didn't we?
Alright. You gotta build up the sets though. How many sets did you do before?
Yeah, we done 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Okay, so this guy, who is part owner of Bulletproof Ballers, isn't playing football because he's got a cut on his foot.
Let me explain. Let me talk now.
Let him cook now.
It's the same thing with the injuries, right? You think, oh, I just got a small injury, let's play through it. You see what happens then. It gets worse and worse, right? That's the thing. When you think such a small injury, oh, you can just play through it, it's the same thing you've been doing with your injury, or I've been doing with my injury, and then it just gets worse and worse, right? From a little, patella tendon, a little bit overloaded, to freaking chronic degeneration. What do we want? We want to fix it as soon as possible, take that one step back so we can take 1,000 steps forward after.
So what you're telling me is that your cut needs to go through rejuvenation, rebuild, and return to sport phase.
That's what it's all about, right? So currently it's drying up. It's already in rebuilding, right? So
rebuilding?
Yeah.
What did you do for rejuvenation for that?
Rejuvenation,
put a plaster on it?
Hydrogen peroxide, right? Went into the sea as well for some disinfection kind of.
Some salt water.
Salt water.
Get it in.
Yeah, man. And now it's in rebuilding. The flies are trying to disturb me from rebuilding.
Yeah,
the flies are your teammates that keep asking you to come back early. But you just gotta kick them away, so you make sure you freaking keep rolling. Get your rehab going. Nail it down.
Kev, while you're in between this set here, we've got a question for the people. So you've been seeing a lot of people with knee injuries, and this page is about helping people with the injuries. What would you say is the commonality between the people that get stuff done versus don't get stuff done, that make the progress who don't make the progress?
Yeah, it's a great question, isn't it? So
it's a great question.
There's like 3 categories. Like, one is the communication element. 2, it's like how the first week went generally dictates how the other weeks went, right? And then, so if you think about videos, and communication is an elite thing to be doing, because it's like, you're your body, I'm not your body, but what creates a symphony is communication, right? Between what you're going through and then what my database and the other coach's database, or Liam, whoever it might be, his database is. So then that creates a painting of, oh, this is your reality, right? Then one of the other things is actually someone framing what is the worst place they've been to and what they can currently handle to like their best place, and then after each session assessing, oh, can I go down the stairs? Okay, cool, but when I push it too much I can't go down the stairs. So then that's another metric to use as, oh yeah, this is how my session went. But honest, there are other tips and tricks and stuff like that, but ultimately it comes into sending videos, communication, completing your workout, filling in the data on your workout, rating the workout, and letting us know how your body reacted to the session.
Yeah.
Because if you're left in no man's land, then it's only interpretation of the numbers.
Yeah.
So that's where we have this thing of content, context, right?
Yeah.
And if that content of the information is missing with the context of what the results were in the list, then we're only interpreting stuff. But if you tell us the content of, oh, this is how it went, bro, yeah, okay, perfect. Then the picture is more intact. So we can actually move forward versus you waiting 2 or 3 weeks. Oh, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. I'm wondering why I didn't make as fast progress as I could have. And then nutrition, sleep, getting those inflammation down, 100%.
Bulletproof health.
Exactly. You gotta go through that if you haven't been through that. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be big stuff.
That's what I'm saying. So the commonality is that you buy a coaching program, right, and you think it's gonna solve all of your problems. Like, wow, I buy this thing and everything's gonna be done for me. That's not how it works. You still, like, that's the start of it. You've made the decision. Amazing. Now the stuff's got to happen. So the more that you put into it, the more energy you put there, the more you'll get back. That's a law of the universe. The more that you give, the more that you'll get. So send in the stuff, communicate, rolling. You agree with that, Kadeem?
I agree with that. Absolutely. It's the name of the game is don't be afraid to give, and you shall receive. Right.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, here we go. Another point about client progress.
If you think about it, like, why does someone do something? Yeah.
Why does someone do something?
Yeah, that's
Kev?
a great question. So why you even fix your knee? Like,
why would I?
like what? Yeah, why would I? Like, if I just sat beside myself in my 60s, would I be like, yeah, I'm glad that I didn't fix my knee, right? Like, what kind of conversation you can have, right? And then, because think about Edwin, right? He's going, I'm going back to football.
Yeah, the why behind it.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I see how like this is gonna help me on the pitch. It's gonna be more explosive off the start, and I need to be more explosive because I didn't feel like, oh, my knee has that explosiveness anymore. Okay, great. I know. Oh yeah, he values speed. He values getting back on that pitch. He's driving the A. I can't wait to go back. And it's like, think about it. You get to play. That's like the best thing going.
Yeah.
But you know, someone's like just after injury, they're gonna be like, oh man, I don't know about that. But then if you're chronically injured, you're like, I even forget what it's like to play on the pitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that center point of having a why is like major because that builds up everything else that you do. And that means every single session, your intention is I'm going back to that place.
Yeah.
So you're going to have a lot more energy and drive. But obviously the lads, you hear their story, you know where they're coming from as well, about what happened to them. So I think if you keep that in your head, when you have those days, I don't want to work out, I don't do this thing, you got to think, nah, this is why I'm doing it. It's bigger than myself. It's for, you know, could be playing with kids. You know, we have Navin, we had a few other people that wanted to do that. So
Yeah, and that comes down to the same thing of everything, of like the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, right? We'll get into a bit of bulletproof mind. Huh? What are you saying? All over
You don't
the
know
place.
what you're recording.
It's all good.
It's like you're recording
It's
like
all good.
your chin.
Yeah, you guys want to see my chin, don't you? What are we saying? The conscious mind, subconscious mind, a little bit of nuggets right here. You probably heard before that we are conscious mind, we are subconscious mind. But what does that even mean? Well, what Kev's talking about here is, okay, they have a why behind it, but why would that even get someone there? It's because it's getting into their subconscious mind, right? So if you hold a goal, if you hold a vision inside your mind over and over and over, and you tell yourself, yeah, I'm going to get back there, I'm going to get back there, I'm going to get back there, your mind is automatically going to get you there. So yeah, you will have some of those down days where you're not feeling as good and you have to push through those, but you'll also not have as many because your mind literally wants you to do that. If you think about your mind, you're programmed onto a certain frequency. So if your frequency for the last 3 years has been like, oh, when I walk down the stairs, I've got knee pain, then your brain expects that to happen. It's the law of assumption. Your brain literally expects to, when you walk down the stairs, to have pain. So it's going to send pain signals to your brain, right? So the more that you get away from that programming, you program yourself with, even if it's not there yet, but like in the future, like I'm so happy and grateful that I'm going to get back to football. You look at my story, you look at Kadeem's story, you look at all of our stories of our clients, and you keep going, yeah, that's going to be me, that's going to be me, that's going to be me. Then all of these setbacks are going to be less likely to happen, and the pain signals are going to be less to your brain because you're subconsciously programming yourself to actually get to that, rather than to have the thoughts in your mind of, oh no, I'm going to stay in knee pain, my knee hurts, my knee hurts, my knee hurts, my knee hurts. If you keep saying your knee hurts, your knee is always going to hurt. If you keep saying I'm out of football, you're always going to be out of football, right? And that's where the progression comes in as well. But yeah, Kadeem, what are you going to say on that?
Yeah, I think it's a thing of what tools can you use for yourself, right? It's not just, you can get the you know training program and go towards building a bulletproof body, but then if you have the bulletproof mind on the top, right, which is what you were talking about, obviously goes into more detail, that can just help you to accelerate everything so much, right? There's people in chronic pain literally getting better within one session just because they now believe, okay, what I'm doing in this session is going to help me, right? It's amazing. And then also what I think is something people are like, you know, meditation is becoming more and more a thing nowadays. Oh, okay, meditating for this, meditating for that. You could also like meditate on your body, like on your body, how your body is feeling, okay, where you feel certain things, is that where you're holding tension, that kind of stuff. Just feel it out and actually realize, okay, maybe you have some pain there, but it doesn't have to stay there. right? If you
and it's your choice what that pain means to you.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, exactly. The thing that often happened, or like happened for me, is like, okay, I'm almost trying to feel the pain to reconfirm that I have this problem.
Yeah.
Like, what are we saying? I know, okay, I have a problem, cool, but now I don't have to try and feel the pain. I'm acknowledging, cool, I have the problem. Now it's time to put in the work that's gonna get me away from this problem, right? Which is working on the positive mindset, working on the nutrition, working on the training side of things, obviously. And if you nail those areas down, like it's gonna be so much more easy. Right?
Yeah, and then you just gotta get super lean, like this guy, shred off all your body fat, and then your knee will stop hurting. So those two things.
Throws if you.
Oh, that looks good.
I blink down.
Is that the wrong end?
You leave that, you kind of just leave that front arm there, Kadim. It's all back home. You leave the
Little rope warm up for the upper body session today.
Why?
Nothing better you can do, really. In my opinion, right?
In my humble opinion.
In my humble opinion, like, look at that. You're moving the whole shoulders, freaking rolling.
Little shoulder pump
You
before.
go from side to side. You can literally do whatever. Boom.
Real lightweight, a lot of movement.
Chilling.
Getting the shoulders moving, getting the upper back moving, getting a little bit of pump before the session. Just rolling.
Whoa. Fun as well, right? Gets me hyped up for it.
What's the one thing, if someone was watching this and they're like, okay, I'm watching this video, or I'm gonna like, literally, this is my last hope of some advice for my life, like what would you say to them, Kadim, to make their life better?
Do rope flow.
Do rope flow.
Do rope flow.
I'll put this one on the OnlyFans.
Where did you put the rope you're using? Where's the last one then?
How much is it?
It's gone.
Yeah?
Gonna make something with actually got really just gonna do it and then
Tuck planche.
Here we go, tuck planche. What's he got?
Trying it.
What he got?
Mom, did you not use that to cook? I don't want to.
You're gonna hang off it.
Oh,
Not
halfway.
bad. And hip flexor.
You can do this. Swing to the planche. I was gonna say it's like a gorilla. You're looking absolutely
Yeah.
Dorito from the back.
Swing.
So it could go. Just like. Yeah. Yeah, those are. What are we saying?
Wow. Bro's a gymnast.
Yeah, literally.
That looks silly.
In the bottom. Yep, that's it. Boom. Nice. Boom. Two more. Boom.
Alright, training session's done. It was supposed to be dip day. We kind of did do a lot of dip movements, but we're training slightly different here, like teaching us some gymnastics
Yep.
and stuff. It was a good time. We need to get more in the routine of vlogging. Like, we definitely can vlog more, it's just that we're not YouTubers yet. So
Yeah, it is.
we record our training every day, but like, we need to get more used to picking up the camera and like spitting some facts. But Kev spit some facts earlier, Kadeem spit some facts.
Yeah.
So we're rolling. But yeah, schedule right now is like going down, watching the sunrise, filming some reels down there.
Yep.
Working during the day. We're probably going to start training in the morning as well. Film the session and stuff there, and then yeah, we're just building the business. We're grinding right now, creating the frameworks.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good time, and having you on this journey with us it's amazing, right? Documenting this is not just for us to be able to watch in the future. It's really to make a movement out of this, right? It's
100%.
like we've completely changed our life, and it all started with fixing our bodies, right? And it's like, how far can it go? And
that would be dope though. Letting the kids watch us build this.
100%.
Because they'll come in
Absolutely.
and there'll be like this big thing that's built, and then the kids they'll just be like, "Oh my god, the
Yeah,
entire
and-
thing is on YouTube."
Exactly, like this should be an inspiration, I hope, for every single person out there, not just to go after, you know, I know everyone has a dream, right? And for us often, or the most people we talk to, the dream is somehow attached, whether that's, you know, building that business or like playing that sport or visiting or traveling or doing whatever, it's somehow attached to your body, right? Because if your body's not working, it's really hard to enjoy, right? If you're constantly, all you're thinking about 24/7 is that pain you're having. So yeah, this
and the fact that even watching this video right now, like, they're ahead of most people, because most people, like, the stats are crazy, like the 50% of people are obese. Most people take more care after their car than they do their own body when they only have one body. So the fact you're even watching this and like interested in training, interested in getting better, like, you're ahead of most people, even though, like,
it's really good to think about that, because, like, you know, we've been in that place as well where we're grinding, you know, Ben Patrick, you know, this guy, oh my goodness, what, that makes sense. He gave us so much hope, and like, that's what we're
and those videos are unlisted now, so it's our job to our job to carry the mantle.
Yeah, absolutely, and create bulletproof ballers in them, right? That's our mission. We need to make ballers freaking bulletproof again. Okay.